The first one is called A Matter of Life and Death, and that's on September the 20th. I see this workshop as a very gentle introduction to the subject of death, dying, and their relationship to living. So it's like putting your toe in the ocean of the subject. So perfect for those of you who have never delved into this subject. Though I know also some of you who've done many of our workshops are planning to join too. And I think that says something about the nature of the subject and the fact that so many of us feel very drawn to exploring it. The workshop is really based on the understanding that we tend to think death is an event that's going to happen way down the line in the future. Whereas in fact, we will look at the fact that dying is part of the package of life. Life and death are very much intertwined. And also the second understanding, which there's a reference to in the video clip, is that how we've lived is a reflection of how we'll die. So the workshop's an opportunity to not only examine death, but how we're living right now. So that's one of the benefits of the workshop. Also understanding the naturalness of dying, that it's not a catastrophe as the medical profession see it. It's not a mistake. It's perfectly natural. And I think that when we come to see that, that takes a lot of the fear away from encountering death. And at the same time gives us a greater appreciation for life, for really valuing life. So in A Matter of Life and Death, there'll be discussion with each other, with the whole group. There'll be some movement, some dance, because otherwise we're going to be sitting looking at a screen for the whole workshop. Good to move. And there'll be a certain exercise in the workshop that will help you get in touch with a certain facet of living, dying, and meditation. The second workshop is called Living with the Inescapable. And I've chosen this image of a rose just to really bring home to us that if we're alive, this is the process that this rose demonstrates, from youth to middle age to old age and beyond. So over the 2 days of this particular workshop, of course, having more time, we can build on the first workshop and go even deeper into exploring our feelings around death and dying. And this workshop has an exercise that takes several hours that is very deep going. People say later, oh, I thought we're kind of just playing in a way, but I'm feeling now that it's really had an impact on me. And it's been a real turning point for some people. So I see this workshop as both playful and profound. And of course, there's meditation in it. All the workshops feature meditation. The third workshop is called Osho Bardo. I should have said Living with the Inescapable is October the 17th and 18th, that weekend. Osho Bardo is Saturday, November the 21st. And this is specifically about the connection between meditating and dying, so that we can feel Osho's insight that learning to go into meditation is the best preparation for learning to relax into dying. So this workshop will be in the main meditating with some discussion after each method, and it'll culminate in Osho Bardo meditation, which, by the way, will be available soon in both Russian and Japanese. It's been available in English for a long time. So what's the connection between these three workshops? They're all based on Osho's vision of consciousness and love as a basis for living and for dying. They can be done alone or as a sequence. And that's what I would suggest, that you, if you're interested in this subject, that you look at perhaps doing the three, because there is a progression. They are a sequence, and we go deeper with each workshop. And also, death is such a vast subject that it needs so many workshops to really start appreciating that, the breadth and the depth of this subject. And finally, I'm planning next year to perhaps present Doing Dying Differently as a 4-day group, perhaps 2 consecutive weekends, in which we'll look at specifically being by the bedside, or being in the bed, in the case of ourselves, how to be with what's happening to us, and being able to support someone else. It's a very practical workshop, very strong. These workshops are good preparation for Doing Dying Differently.